right, come on in here. I want to show you who I've just found, because this is who you find when you spend a lot of time at disasters, natural disasters and unnatural ones like wars. Chef Jose Andres. He's the founder and of the organization called World Central Kitchen, which is mobilized to Florida, as it always does, to feed those in need. So far, World Central has doled out upward of 60,000 meals, but you were in Puerto Rico right before this.
Turks and Caicos, Bermuda, Alaska, Canada.
Yeah, because this thing went to Canada as well. I've long since stopped thinking of you as a chef at fancy restaurants, because this actually seems to be your life mission now. But I want our viewers to understand, because I was with your operation in Poland, and we were both in Warsaw at the same time. I was in Ukraine. What do? How is it that you get this? You get in here faster than even we do as journalists and aid workers, and you are able to figure out in places where you don't have infrastructure how to make it work?
Well, hurricanes, we try to arrive before the hurricane. The issue is that when people now are complaining, did we give enough time to many people around here, used to tell them, you need to leave. Even for us, following this hurricane was impossible. So we tried to preposition ourselves. We decided to start in Tampa, all the way south, trying to close over the hurricane. That's very important. If you are able to know where it's going to hit, and quickly you move the resources.
Right.
But what are the resources? It's not things I bring. When I can, I activate the local infrastructure. What that means, if I have food trucks that they can start feeding, we partner with them.
That's what you had up here, local food trucks.
They partner with us. If I can be helping some restaurants with generators to, hey guys, can you join us? We have the food. We do it. We have a big kitchen in Tampa. We are about to open tomorrow another big kitchen right here at the sports complex right here in Lee County. So you see, tomorrow we already have a big kitchen here. We have restaurants. We have food trucks. We have helicopters. We've been able for the last 2 days to land every day in Sanibel Island and Pine Island.
And that brings supplies in. Equipment.
I was yesterday myself. I was able to bring a few times a helicopter with water, hot meals, sandwiches, fruit. And today we're going back. Now we have their local people that they are becoming our volunteers to distribute. You see, by using the local resources, allow us to be quick. It's not us who do it, are the locals, and we empower them to make sure we have a good response.
But then you can't start that a day before a hurricane. Are you have people working with places that disasters could hit days and weeks before to say, hey, look, we're going to come in, we're going to help you with some infrastructure, but we need your stuff. Yeah, how do you find the local food truck? Do you just walk up to it and say, hey, do you want to join our mission?
You need to understand that the restaurant community is very broad, but we are very together. At this point, many people know about us, and they're the ones even reaching us. But yeah, we have people trying to see. I go to a place, and the first thing I do is, where are the food warehouses? Where? Because you cannot call them because it's not cell signal.
Yeah.
Where are the possible restaurants? What's the biggest kitchen? I was calling the owner of the Tampa Buccaneers, and he was very nice and responded, because I was thinking, if this is here in Tampa, St. Petersburg, I need the biggest kitchen. What is one of the biggest kitchens anywhere? The kitchens in a football stadium. Obviously, thank God this didn't happen there. Unfortunately, it happened here. But this is the mindset we have. During the pandemic, we were using the baseball stadium of the Nationals. Why? Because there was a lot of people that we had to be feeding during the pandemic around Washington. You see, that's the way we think. What happened in Katrina at the Superdome, that we had thousands of Americans with 4 days without food and water, was never supposed to happen. Why? Because the best restaurants of America are in New Orleans, because the best chefs are in New Orleans, and the warehouse that feeds New Orleans was only 0.7 miles from the Superdome. If I was there and I didn't, I was supposed to go there, pick the food, and start feeding inside the Superdome.
Right.
That's the moment that I thought, wow, in emergencies, you send firefighters to stop fires, rescue, to do all the amazing things they do. Who you be sending in the middle of a hurricane to feed Americans, to feed people? Who do you think is the best people capable to know where the food is, where the kitchens are, and then start searching for the people in need?
So in the same way that you call firefighters because they have experience with fires and they know how to do it, and if a person's got a fire in their home, the priority is turning the fire off. But in a hurricane, if you've lost your home, it's flooded, you've evacuated, you don't have money, your car's gone, all that kind of stuff. You and I discussed this even in Europe. You need some food. You can't think. You can't make plans. You can't think about what the next step is to find your paperwork if you don't have food.
You're right, and this is deeper than that. I think FEMA has done a great work pre-positioning the MREs, the meals ready to eat, water, and so many other things that
so
are
the
happening.
basic nutrition and the calories.
But
that
we
humans
need to remember that the important is not to have the assets. The important is not to have the food. Then you have to go looking for the people.
Interesting.
That's why what we do more than cooking, as hard as it may be after a hurricane, what we really do is that we create systems of distribution. I already got a gentleman in Sunnyvale. I have medicines for 3 more days, Jose. Can you help me get them? Today, I'm meeting with him. As soon as I land, he's going to give me the list, and he says he has other friends. You see, all of the time, when you get a distribution system, you're not only bringing food and water, but you are contacting with the locals. You go back every day. They know they can rely on you. You need solar lights because it's pitch black. They need to charge their phones. We are about to get solar lights. We're going to be distributing tens of thousands of them. You see, this is what we do. They need medicine. All of a sudden, he's one-on-one telling you, I need help.
Right.
It's not cell signal yet.
Yeah.
We bring him the medicine. What we do is really distribution. We make sure we reach everybody in Ukraine as the Ukrainian troops are liberating the cities with no infrastructure, with no supermarkets. What do we do when we feel it's safe out of mines and enemy troops, Russian soldiers? We go to them. Why? Because they cannot come to us. That's what we do. Distribution is what wins the day. And planning. And planning put aside, adapting. You need to be adapting to the situation because if you plan too much, what happens? Nothing goes as you plan. Then the teams freeze. When you teach everybody, adapt. And every chaos, every mayhem is an opportunity to serve. That's what we do.
Although I will say, when I was in Ukraine, I interviewed one of your senior people, and it was supposed to be about this conversation about food distribution in Ukraine, and a missile hit right outside of one of your places where you were preparing food.
In Kharkiv.
In Kharkiv, and he became a reporter for us in that moment. He came up and described the whole thing to us. So you put yourself in danger's way. I'm always grateful to you, my friend. Thank you for doing what you do. I'm going to put it out on my Twitter how people can support the work that you do, because the more they can give you, the more work you can do, the more people you can reach.
You're the best.
Okay.